Hi, I'm Adam Greentree, and I've got a new audio series called In Pursuit, where I take you through many of my adventures. The series includes soundscapes, so it really immerses you into my shoes. You'll feel like you're right there with me as I tell the story. It's available now on iTunes and Spotify. On this episode of In Pursuit, me and you, because I'm going to take you in depth into Africa, which has been the absolute mecca for hunters for forever. Africa's always been a big one on my list. Just, you know, it's a massive continent. It's a beautiful, beautiful landscape, and it's so varying. And I ended up finding myself going there and traveling pretty much the back roads into Mozambique, which I was very unprepared for. And I get to Mozambique and they asked for a Mozambique visa, which I didn't even know existed until I got to the border there. I ended up being thrown in jail for really no wrongdoing of my own. I ended up bribing my way out of jail in Mozambique and eventually spending time in a real off-grid village. I went to places that they'd never seen a vehicle before, never seen a white person before. One woman that I talk about in this episode, when I was taking photos of her with the camera, she was in fear because she thought the camera was actually a weapon. She'd never seen a camera before. And one of the men that I was with, he ended up explaining to her, like, that's how you get in one of the pamphlets. They must have had pamphlets handed out in this village at some point. So then she thought she was going to be famous. She thought she was going to be on one of these pamphlets. I went from South Africa into Zimbabwe into Mozambique, and it's the back roads of Africa. They pretty much do whatever they like. Actually, I remember there was one guy who you can't tell if anyone's military or really not, because anyone can throw some camouflage clothing on and look like military. But there was one guy on the side of the road and he had camouflage on, and he had this rocket launcher that looked like it had been pieced together from like 10 different rocket launchers, and there were sections of it that were literally taped and wired together. And so you don't know if these guys have any authority or not. It's actually a pretty scary experience, because going through Zimbabwe, you couldn't be seen as media because Robert Mugabe owned the media. So he would see you as direct competition and you'd be arrested and thrown in the jail. I got thrown in the jail for a different reason, because I didn't have a Mozambique visa, which I'm pretty sure was just a way for them to get some money to bribe you. In the end, it was just someone writing on a bit of paper that I had a Mozambique visa after they took every little bit of money that I had, notes and change it took to bribe my way out of there. Actually bribed our way the whole way into Mozambique, whether it was cold drinks, whether it was food, whether it was money. There was just always something going on, roadblocks everywhere where they just, you know, lay out rocks and like sticks across the road, so you stop. You have to stop, you can't go around it. And then they pretty much come out and mob the vehicle. It was still a great experience, and I will go back. I'd love to go back again. Yeah, if you want to hear about it in a much more in-depth, tune into this episode. The soundscape in there is really going to put you in place and experience what I experienced. It's available right now on iTunes and Spotify.